Yeah, recording started. Yes, so last class, what is Hadoop? What is big data? Just only definition, just basics were discussed. Okay. Yeah, just basics were discussed. What is Hadoop? So what is Hadoop? Yes, Hadoop is a framework, right? It's a framework. Hadoop is a framework to store and process, to store and process big data, to store and process big data. Hadoop is a framework. Hadoop is a framework. What is Hadoop? It's a framework. Framework to store and process big data. Hadoop is a framework to store and process big data. Simple. So what is big data? Yes, that also we discussed yesterday. What is big data? Just definition we discussed here. What is big data? Okay, what is big data? So what is big data here? Yes, big data. Yes, any data. Yes, any amount of data which is beyond of our storage capacity. Suppose a company is having capacity 100 TB storage. Some companies having capacity of 100 TB, but data is more than 100 TB getting. Okay. Yes, that server storage capacity. Suppose server database server capacity 100 TB, but data getting more than 100 TB means facing big data problem. That company facing big data problem. That means data is more than the capacity. That kind of data is called as big data. Suppose in your system, suppose your disk capacity. Let us say, for example, here it's a yes around yes this is capacity. Your D drive properties. See 1 TB capacity, 1 TB plus 1 TB. Totally here yes 2 TB capacity. Total disk capacity 2 TB. But data is more than 2 TB. Yes, still data is suppose my disk is filled. My disk is filled. Means I'm facing big data problem. If my disk filled here, what happens facing big data problem? Data is there. I'm unable. I'm unable to store into my data space, right? I'm unable to store. So still data is there. Means I'm facing big data problem. Yes, in your personal laptop, you may be facing big data problem. In my laptop, I may be facing big data problem. Like the companies also facing big data problem because data generating more than the capacity of the servers. So their capacity only 100 data 100 TB here, but incoming data is more than 100 TB. Incoming data is more than 100 TB. That is called as big data. Okay, so any amount of simple definition, yes, any amount of data which is beyond of storage limit is called as big data. Any amount of data which is beyond of storage limit called as big data. So yesterday's explanation, right? This is all this yesterday's explanation here. Okay, any amount of data which is beyond of storage limit is called as big data. See, even one more example also we have discussed yesterday. 1 byte equal 8 bits. This is 1 KB, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, hexabyte, zettabyte here. Up to GBs is a small data. Up to GBs is a small data. Next, terabytes and zettabytes is a big data. This range, it's a small data. This range, it's a big data. This is small data range. This is big data range. Small data range and big data range. Okay. So big data, terabytes to zettabytes comes under big data. This is big data range. Okay, right? So big data really it's a big one. Big data is a really big one. Yes, which is unable to store and process by traditional databases like Oracle database, MySQL database, Microsoft SQL Server, DBT and Postgres. There are some traditional databases. These traditional databases are not in a position. These are not in a position to store that much of data here. So big data means really it's a big one, really very big one. Yes, huge amount of data. Okay, big data, really it's a big one, means huge amount of data, which cannot be stored by traditional systems, cannot be processed, stored and processed by traditional systems, cannot be. Okay, so big data means really it's a big one, which cannot be stored and processed by traditional systems like Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, different databases like this. This kind of big data. Okay, terabytes to zettabytes, this much of range, this much of data, traditional systems can't store. Yes, can't process. Yes, Oracle can't store this much of data, terabytes to zettabytes, this range. Oracle database server cannot. It can't handle that here. Microsoft SQL Server cannot handle here. MySQL cannot handle here. These database servers cannot handle. These database servers cannot handle that much of data. These database servers cannot handle that much of data. Okay, that is nothing but big data. Really, it's a very big data. Really, very big one. Huge amount of data. Huge amount of data. It's a huge amount of data. It's a huge amount of data. Yes. Yes. So this is simply big data. Just introduction. Yes, what are the examples of big data here? Big data examples. Historical data. Maybe 5 years of data or 10 years of data. Historical data. Okay. 10 years of data maintained. Company has to maintain last 10 years or 20 years of data. Yes, for the purpose of business analysis, they should maintain all the data, right? Historical data means last year's data. Current year data is a transaction data. Current year data is a transaction. Historical data, transaction data. Yes, historical data, old data, maybe 10 years data or 20 years of data. It's a big data. 1 year data, it's very small data. 1 year data, it's not an issue, small data. Okay, 1 year data is just a small data. But historical data, maybe 10 years of data, it's a big data. 10 years means very big data. This is historical data. Next, one more example, some black box data. Yes, it's a component of aeroplane, right? Aeroplane. Yes, aeroplane data recorder here. It's a data record in the aircraft. Okay, like aeroplane or helicopter, something like this. Okay, data recorder. Okay, right here, black box. Yes, will record the conversation between flight crew members and all this, right? Yes, now this is generating 20 GB data per hour. Black box will generate 20 GB data per hour. Black box generates 20 GB data per hour. It generates 20 GB data per hour. Right? Okay. Yes. 20 GB data per hour. Yes. Suppose per hour 20 GB data. Suppose for example Hyderabad to Chicago maybe 80 hours here. How much data here? 1600 GB data generating. Per travel 1.6 GB data generating per travel. Like this in a month 10 travels. How much data? 16 GB, right? Means big data generating. This is black box. Okay. Next, one more example. Stock exchange data. Yes, like New York Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange. They should maintain all the history of shares. Many listed companies. All these shares information they have to maintain. This is. That is big data. Power grid data. Yes, power grid data information. Okay, that data has to. Next, banking data. Banking data. That history, some statement, right? Suppose some customer asking for, yes, 1 year statement, 2 years or 3 years, 10 years. For example, here, suppose Nirav Modi case. Yes, we discussed yesterday here. Nirav Modi, yes, it is scam in Punjab National Bank, right? Yes, he has opened account in 2007 here. So CBI will be asking for statement from 2007 to today. CBI, they will ask the statement from 2007 to today. The bank has to provide, right? That means how many years of data? 13 years of data they have to provide. 13 years of data they have to provide means huge amount of data. Not only one customer here, 13 years of data, all customers, many number of customers. Different type of customers, like savings customer, current account customer here, next life insurance customers here, okay, housing loan customers here, like this many different kind of customers. All the customers information they have to maintain this. It's not easy. 10 years of data, it's huge amount of data. That is called big data. Telecom data. Okay. Telecom data. Yes, 10 years of data they have to maintain. Okay, right? Transport data. Yes, historical data. All the data have to be maintained here. Medical data, insurance data. Suppose insurance, life insurance, maybe 30 years or 40 years. Yes, human being, life insurance. They are paying for 30 years, right? 30 years or 15 years or 20 years here. That data they have to maintain. All that history they have to maintain this. Next, online shopping here. Yes, ISRO, NASA, all these comes under big data. They are big data examples. These are the sources of big data. These are the sources of big data. Fine. So what is Hadoop? Hadoop is a framework to store process big data. What is big data? Big data means really it's a big one. Yes, really it's a big one which can't be processed by traditional systems. Big data means really it's a big one here which can't be processed, which can't be processed by traditional systems, which can't be processed by traditional systems. A big data. Okay, right? Yes. Yes, big data examples like historical data, black box data. Yes, like this. There are different kind of application market here. Many applications generating big data every day. Online shopping, Amazon application generating huge amount of every day, huge amount of data every day. Flipkart, Amazon, all the online apps. Next, Facebook. Okay, yes, social network sites here. Yes, one more extra example missing yesterday. Yes, social network sites. Social network sites generating big data like Facebook. Like Facebook. Yes, next Google search engine. Yes, next YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, Google. Yes, YouTube. Yes, next step. Like this, many things, right? WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp. They are generating lot of data every day. Twitter. Okay, generating lot of data every day here. Twitter. Okay, next. Yes, LinkedIn. Yes, like this. Like the different kind of applications generating lot of data every day. Okay, right? Yeah, that is called big data here. That is about big data. Yes, examples of big data, sources of big data. Now with big data, what kind of challenges? Yes, with big data, what kind of challenge? There are a lot of challenges with big data. Okay, traditional systems are not in a position to handle big data. Yes, what are the challenges facing from big data? Let us see. Yes, big data challenges. What are the big data challenges? Big data challenges. So what are the challenges of big data here? Big data challenges. First one, main problem storage. Main problem storage. Right. Next is first data storage. Main problem data storage. Yes, where to store big data? Traditional systems are not in a position to store that much of data here. Okay, right? Yes, huge amount of data. First problem is storage problem. Yes, next data storage, next data processing. Data processing here. Data storage, next data processing. Data storage, next data processing here. Next, apart from this here, not in data storage, data processing here. Big data storage not is where to store huge amount of data. Many computers required here. Where to store all that much of data here. Data processing here. Suppose small data used to process. Okay. Suppose for example here, if we copying 1 GB file, it is easy, right? Suppose 10 GB file. Suppose if you downloading 1 GB file, it will download. Yes, within 10 minutes, right? 1 GB file downloading 10 minutes enough here. Suppose 100 GB file downloading, how much time can? Lot of time, right? 100 GB data, that is a big data file. Suppose terabytes of data, downloading that much of data is not easy, right? Time taken. How to process that? Who will process that big data? It's not easy, right? There's nothing about data processing, maybe data transfer, data filtering, all things called data processing here. Okay, data processing means, yes, your data has to filter. Suppose employee information is there. Okay, suppose 1 million of employees. Okay, so for example, TCS, many employees, Infosys, many employees. Okay, from that they wanted to pick some employees here. Employees who are working in IT sector. picking all that, right? Suppose employees only male employees, only female employees. That query select star from MP where gender equal male, gender equal female like this. Where department equal to admin departments, maybe marketing departments, maybe sales department, particular things, right? That is nothing but data processing here. That query will process filter data and giving some output, right? Suppose small data easy to filter. That query working very simple here. But big data is not easy. It has to filter many number of records. Yes, billions of records it has to filter, right? Filtering 10,000 records very simple. Filtering 1 lakh of records very simple. Filtering 1 million of records very simple. But billion of records coming here is not easy. Okay, that is big data processing. There is a challenge with big data here. Okay, so traditional systems are not in a position to store big data. So first problem is data storage. Next problem, big data processing here, data processing. Right again. Next, apart from this, yes, if it is huge amount of data, huge amount of disk required. Next, high-end RAM required, high-end processor required here, high-end hardware required. So next one is high-end systems required, right? High-end hardware required here, high-end hardware, high-end disk required, high volume of disk required here. Okay, right? Next, to get the more performance, yes, high-end RAM like 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM. So high-end RAM required. Next, disk, high-end disk required. Okay. Next, apart from this, high-end processor means high-end systems required here. High-end system, that is one more challenge with big data. High-end systems required means maintenance very costly maintenance, right? Maintenance is more here. So high-end hardware. Next, yes, very large files. So with big data, the chance of generating very large files. Large files. Suppose Windows file system, Linux file system. Windows and Linux file system storing some data, creating some file. Yes, maximum 10 GB or 15 GB. Not one file can store. Yes, in Windows you can create a file with maximum 10 GB. Linux also maximum 10 GB, not more than that here. Suppose file is having more than 10 GB, simply your operations files. Storing data into files. Where storing? OS, right? OS is the responsible to store data into files, right? Yes, OS capacity. What is the capacity here? One file, 10 GB max capacity, not more than that. Okay, more than that here, it fails. Fail to store that data, right? Okay, so 10 GB file, 20 GB file, 100 GB file. Yes, such a huge files cannot care. There is chance of generating very large files. Traditional systems like Linux, Windows, Linux and Windows file system are not in a position to generate that much of file here. Generating files with 100 GB data, generating with files 200 GB data. These traditional systems are not in a position to generate that much of files. Okay, very large files. Yes, that is one more challenge here. Next, backup. Yes, backup and recovery here. Yes, you big data recovery and backup here. Backup. Taking backup of big data, it's not easy. Small data means we can take within 5 seconds or 5 minutes here, but big data will be taking hours of time here. Hours of time. Okay. Yes, we'll discuss backup. Backup, I'll explain. Backup and recovery. Okay, we'll discuss that. Next, apart from one more important one here, disaster management. Disaster management. So one more is disaster management. Data storage, data processing, high-end hardware, very large files, back-end recovery, disaster management. So these are the main challenges with big data. Right? These are the main challenges with big data, here, right? Apart from that, other challenges like data capturing, visualization, like this, so many things are there. Yes, others later we'll discuss. These are the main challenges with big data. 1 second. Let me show the document. For every topic, document prepared. Yes, I'll share you main documents. Yes, main documents. This is main document. Yes, I'll be sharing to every batch. Okay. Yes, what is big data? Definition of big data. Yes, running notes is not necessary. In my classes, anywhere running notes is not necessary. Just I'm taking Linux and this Hadoop classes. So running notes is not necessary. Running notes is not necessary here. Yes, everything prepared in documents. Documents available for every topic. Documents available. Just you follow document here. Okay, see. Yesterday topic and today topic. What is big data? Definition. Any amount of data which is beyond of storage capacity is called as big data. Simple definition given here. Big data means really it's a big data. Yes, is a collection of large data sets that cannot be processed using traditional computing techniques. Means like traditional databases like Oracle database, Microsoft SQL Server, something like this. Okay, same is there in document here. Okay, next one by to bit this topic. Yesterday discussed about this topic. Right? This is okay. So big data is ranging from terabytes database. This range comes on big data. This range of big data. Right, okay. So what is happening in internet every day? Yes, placed in document here. Okay. Yes, 4 millions of search queries in Google. 4 millions of searches in Google here. 200 millions of million means 10 lakhs. Million means 10 lakhs. 4 millions means what? 40 lakhs of searches happening in Google here. 40 lakhs of searches. Next 200 millions of emails. 200 millions means one emails get 2 crores. Yes, every day 2 crores of mails sending and receiving on Gmail. Okay, right? Next. Yes. Yes, these 300 millions of tweets. Okay, 2.5 millions of yes sharing on the Facebook. 2.5 millions means 25 lakhs of yes images sharing on the Facebook. So daily 24 hours in a 24 hours this much of things here. Alright, okay. Yes. $80,000 sales generated by Amazon. Amazon shopping. Okay, $80,000. 80,000 multiplied by yes 75 rupees is equal to our currency. We get it right. Yes, next. Yes, 2,20,000 new photos are posted in Instagram here. That Instagram here. Yes, all that some examples. Okay. Yes, I got this information from the Google here. Yes, same thing placed in documents. Right, okay. Yes. Now what comes under big data? See, historical data. Yes, what is topic? What we discussed yesterday. Historical data, black box data, social media data. Yes, next stock exchange data, power grid data, transport data, search engine data. They are main examples. Okay, historical data, black box data, social media data like Facebook, Twitter, and all this. Okay, next stock exchange data, power grid data, transport data, search engine data. Next, about other examples like banking data, online shopping data, insurance data, medical data. Same whatever discussed is there in document here. Just every topic in document is available. Here, this is the core modules document. 160-page document core modules. Next, core only 2 modules. Apart from this, yes, ecosystems. We have ecosystems. Ecosystems, other documentation is there. Yes, almost is a 1500-page document here. It's a self-prepared document. I have prepared with my experience. It's not copied from anywhere. Completely purely my experience here. It's not copied from Google or somewhere else here. Okay, right? Yes. So these are yes examples of big data. Yes, see this. Big data challenges. Today topic, major challenges. Data storage, data processing, very large files, high-end hardware, data backup and recovery, disaster management. Okay, and other challenges. Yes, capturing data, searching for data, sharing data, data transfer, data analysis, data presentation here. All these are big data challenges. Right, okay? Yes. So here, all the above challenges, yes, any organization takes the help of enterprise servers, right? Yes, big data servers. Okay, right? Yes. Now, what is yes? Now they are the big data challenges here. They are the big data challenges. Okay. Now this here data storage. How data storage happening in traditional system? How it is in a Hadoop here? Okay, right? Yes, see this. Big data challenges. Traditional systems are not in a position to face all the challenges. Traditional systems can't do that here. They can't handle this kind of challenges. For this, which is the right technology market here? Hadoop. Hadoop is the right technology. Yes, see this. Going forward, lot of big data, big data, never ending this field. This field never ending. Big data. See, yes, in 2010, top 10 companies are faced big data problem. Up to 2010, top 10 companies like Google, Google, mainly Google faced big data problem. Okay. Yes, next 2020, by the reaching of 2020 means 10 years. Now 1,000 companies are facing big data problem. 1,000 companies. Okay. Out of 1,000 companies, first 100 companies facing very serious problems with big data. Okay. Top 1,000 companies in the world, they are using Hadoop now. Top 100 companies, they are using Spark. Even Hadoop range also crashed. Now they are using Spark. Okay, right? Yes, next by the year 2025, even Spark range also crosses. By 2025, almost 10,000 companies facing big data problem. Top 10,000 companies, 2025, by the year 2025, top 10,000 companies facing big data problem. So top 10,000 companies, they need Hadoop resources in huge amount, right? By 2025, top 10,000 companies. Okay. Yes, top 1,000 companies may be facing very serious big data problem that time here. Okay. Now here, to handle big data, now we are using Hadoop. Next, Spark came to picture in the last 2 years. Okay, since last year, Spark, 2017 onwards, Spark is going on. Because in around 2016-27, Hadoop limit also crossed. Now industry reached the Spark stage. Okay. Yes. Next around 2025, maybe crossing the Spark range also. Okay. See now here up to 2010, only GBs of data used to generate. Okay. GBs of data. Next up to 2015, just used to generate TBs of data. Reach to TBs of data. So you get TBs of data, Hadoop is okay, fine. But next level, petabytes of data. Yes, even Hadoop was more load on this Hadoop here. Petabytes, 2015 or 2020, yes, company reached to petabytes. Now, companies reached to petabytes. Okay, right? Next, by 2025, yes, companies may be reaching, yes, exabyte of data. Exabyte of data. Half zettabyte of data, right? Yes, GBs for GB to process GBs, just traditional systems using here, traditional systems. Traditional databases like Oracle database or Microsoft SQL Server or MySQL, something like this. They are traditional database, right? Terabytes of data. Yes, traditional systems can't handle here. Terabytes of data, very big data. 10 terabytes, 20 terabytes, 100 terabytes can't handle. Yes, traditional systems can't handle here. To handle terabytes, it's a Hadoop. Hadoop is to handle terabytes of data, not traditional systems. Traditional systems ranges only GBs of data, processing GBs of data. Yes, terabytes of data, Hadoop framework. So Hadoop framework. Terabytes of data, Hadoop framework. Right, okay. Or Hadoop engine. Yes, simply you can say Hadoop engine, database engine, these things here, they are Hadoop engine. Here say database Hadoop engine. Okay, right? Yes, next petabytes of data. Yes, Hadoop range also crossing petabytes, then Spark engine. It's a Spark engine. Just is a Spark engine. Next level is Spark engine. Suppose petabytes also, yes, crossing, then exabytes. That case, Ignite. Now, yes, Hadoop, I have very good experience. Okay, highly expert in Hadoop here. Now Spark now currently we are working on the Spark projects. Yes, Spark has a good experience here. Now Ignite, we are doing R&D on Ignite also. In future, chance is there. Yes, chance is there to draw the projects on Ignite here. So for that reason, now we are doing R&D on this Ignite also. Just I'm doing R&D on the Ignite also. Okay. So industry Spark range reached already here. Okay. See, top 1,000 companies reached to Hadoop range here. Next, top 100 companies reached to Spark range here. Top 10 companies crossing Spark range. Top 10 companies crossing this range. So next is Ignite. Okay. Yes, I will introduce at the end of the Hadoop. I will compare this. Yes, so traditional systems, Hadoop, Spark, Ignite. At the end of the course, we'll discuss that. Okay, right? Yeah. So first of all, here now, yes, all the big data challenges, all the big data challenges. Now let us see with traditional systems and Hadoop. Now our topic is this area. Suppose if you know this area, then you can compare this Hadoop and Spark. Yes, if you know this one here, next you can Hadoop and Spark you can. Yes, after Spark, next Ignite. Okay, now here, now comparison between traditional systems versus Hadoop here. Traditional, yes, you know about already traditional systems. Okay, how traditional systems working here, that is well known for you. Now Hadoop, I'll explain Hadoop, just will compare this here. Traditional systems versus Hadoop. Traditional systems versus Hadoop here. So this is our topic here. Traditional systems versus Hadoop. First about data storage. In traditional systems, data storage. Data storage in traditional systems. First, let us see data storage. Data storage with traditional systems. First, let us see with the traditional systems. Data storage in traditional systems. First, let us see traditional systems. Okay. Yes, traditional systems like Oracle database. Okay. Next, MySQL database. Yes, next Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. Yes, maybe DB2. Next, Postgres. Yes, all these traditional systems. First, let us see with traditional systems here. Data storage with traditional systems. First, initially database server setup with some small amount of data initially. Let us take database server. Small amount of data first initially. Small storage. Suppose, for example, storage 2 TB disk. Initially only 2 TB. Okay. Suppose 2 TB disk filled. See, on reaching 90% of storage, 2 TB, 90% of 2 TB means what here? Yes, around 1800 GB of data. 2 TB means is it 2048 GB, right? Suppose one storage reached to 90% of 2 TB here. Only 10% space is available. The raising alert. Database server will raise the alert. When raising alert here, now database admin will add one more 2 TB disk. Next 2 TB disk. Just you will add 2 TB disk. Means increasing your database volume to 4 TB. Increased. Suppose 4 TB also filled. Then adding 2 more TB. Yes, means 6 TB. So volume increased to 6 TB. Right, okay. Next adding next 2 TB. Okay, plus next 2 TB. Plus, yes, next 2 TB. Plus next 2 TB. Plus next 2 TB. Plus next 2 TB. Plus next 2 TB. Like this adding 2 TB means just increasing volume of disk here. Volume of the server, increasing volume of server. This is called as vertical scaling. Just increasing volume of server. It's a vertical scaling. Increasing volume like this. Increasing volume of server. It's a vertical scaling. Just it's a vertical scaling. This is called vertical scaling. Traditional systems follows vertical scaling. Next, Hadoop follows horizontal scaling. What is horizontal scaling? We'll discuss. Wait, I'll explain. So 2 TB, 2 TB, 2 TB, 2 TB like this. How many 2 TBs here? There is limit on this, right? What is the limit? What's the limit? Yes, what's the limit of data? What's the limit in storage here? What is storage limit here? Now question is, what is storage limit here? What is storage limit here? Yes, what is storage limit? That depends on system. The storage limit depends on your system here. Means your system hardware here depends on hardware. See, yes, a computer. Yes, in a computer there is a motherboard, right? Motherboard. Yes, everything simply plug into motherboards like RAM, hard disk, and everything. Okay. Yes, a computer motherboards. Yes, consists of 12 slots called as LUNs. 12 LUNs. Called as LUNs. 12 LUNs. Okay. Motherboard consists of 12 slots, means 12 LUNs. That means for each slot, one disk, 2 TB disk, 2 TB, 2 TB like this. Okay. So 12 slots multiplied by 2 TB. 2 TB, right, is equal to how much here? 24 TB. So max is 24 TB. Yes, in market 2 TB disk is available here. Adding 2 TB, next 2 TB, next 2 TB, next 2 TB, next 2 TB like this. Adding like this. Disk adding like this. Okay. Yes. So 2 TB disk adding, 2 TB disk adding, 2 TB disk adding, right? Like this, adding 2 TB, 2 TB like this. 12 slots. Totally 24 TB, right? Yes. So this capacity 24 TB, maximum capacity 24 TB, right? Yes. Next, these are high-end motherboards. Yes, high-end motherboards. Yes, high-end motherboards. High-end motherboards. High-end motherboard consists of 24 slots. 24 slots. 24 LUNs. That means 24 slots multiplied by 2 TB is equal to how much here? 48 TB. 48 TB, right? 24 slots multiplied by 2 TB is equal to 48 TB, this capacity. Yes, high-end motherboards consists of 24 slots. 24 multiplied by 2 here is equal to 48 TB, right? Next, very high-end motherboards. Yes, sorry, very high-end system. Very high-end system. Yes, consists of 2 motherboards. 2 motherboards. Very high-end system. 2 motherboards. Two motherboards. So 2 motherboards. 2 motherboards multiplied by 24 slots is equal to 48 slots, right? Totally 48 slots. 48 slots. Then 48 slots multiplied by 2 TB disk is equal to, yes, how much here? 96 TB, right? That's it. Very high-end system, it's a 96 TB, but that much of high-end system is not recommended because of cost and maintenance and everything here, storage and processing, lot of issues. That much is not recommended. General recommended is 40. This is recommended. This is up to 50 GB max, 50 TB max, not more than that. So it's a very high-end system. Very high-end system with consists of 2 motherboards. Each motherboard 24 slots. 2 into 20, totally 48 slots. 48 multiplied by 2 TB. It's a 96 TB. Okay, right? Yes, in traditional systems, yes, this space growing up to 96 TB, right? This space growing up to 96 TB here. Suppose initially very small space. Okay, so increasing like this, increasing volume of disk. Just increasing volume here, increasing volume. Right, okay. So increasing this volume, this called a vertical scaling. This called a vertical scaling. Just increasing volume. This is called as vertical scaling. Yes, traditional systems follows vertical scaling. Next, what is horizontal scaling? Next coming topic, Hadoop follows horizontal scaling. Next coming topic we'll discuss. Wait. Right, okay. So very high-end system, 96 TB, right? Next, very high-end system. Yes, high-end system. So high-end system here. Yes, not only 2 TB disk here. In market, 10 TB disk cards available. Suppose server with, yes, each slot, 1 second, each slot with 10 TB disk. 10 TB disk. Each start with 10 TB disk. 10 TB disk cards available in markets. Okay. 10 TB disk cards available. Okay. Each slot with 10 TB disk. Then how much here? How many slots here? 48 slots multiplied by 10 TB. 48 slots multiplied by 10 TB. This all is my experience. My data center experience I'm explaining here. So this is how the database admin, what he will do. Same, you will do like this. Okay, each slot with 10 TB disk here, 48 multiplied by 10 here. So 480 TB, right? 480. So maximum capacity 480 TB. But that much of huge amount of disk is not recommended here. That is not recommended to use. Okay. So this is 480 TB data, right? 480 TB data. Like this up to 480 TB you can get. Maximum volume is up to 480 TB. So increasing volume of, yes, your server is a traditional, yes, traditional systems following this one here, this concept, just increasing volume of server, increasing volume of server, increasing volume of server is a, yes, vertical scaling. Traditional systems follows like this. Next, what is horizontal scaling? Yes, in place of, instead of increasing volume of disk here, instead of increasing volume of this server here, so why not one more server using second server? Suppose this is suppose for example 50 GB capacity, right? Once 50 GB, yes, filled, going for next server, second server. Next, this also filled, going for another server. This also filled, going for another server. This also filled, going for another server. This also filled, going for another server, like this. Like this, adding number of servers, horizontal scaling. If the topic is Hadoop here, in Hadoop, adding servers here. Suppose one server initially 10 TB. Suppose 10 TB filled, going for next server 10 TB. So this is filled, next 10 TB, next 10 TB, next 10 TB, next 10 TB. Like is continuously adding servers. Okay, when you're adding servers, increasing server, that is called horizontal scaling. Storage, vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. What is vertical scaling? Increasing volume of the server. If you increasing volume of the server, that is called vertical scaling. Increasing volume of the server. See, if increasing volume of server, that is called as vertical scaling. Increasing volume like this, increasing volume of server is vertically, right? Yes, vertical scaling. Yes, increasing volume vertically, right? Vertically increasing, right? So called vertical scaling. What is horizontal scaling here? Suppose this server filled. Yes, parallelly one more server. This is filled. One more server adding here. This is filled. One more server adding here. This is filled. One more server. This is filled. One more server. That means horizontal, right? This is horizontal. Horizontal. First server, next, all parallelly. So this is the horizontal scaling here. Yes, Hadoop follows this kind of horizontal scaling here. Yes, I'll explain Hadoop architecture. How that Hadoop is working, I'll explain. Okay. So when increasing capacity of server is a vertical scaling. When increasing number of servers, there is a horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. Difference is that. Okay. Yes, in Hadoop, I'll explain once again what is horizontal scaling, how it's working. In Hadoop, we'll discuss. Okay. Yes. Traditional systems follows vertical scaling. So traditional systems storage follows vertical scaling. Vertical scaling. Right. Next, Hadoop, yes, follows horizontal scaling here. Horizontal scaling here. Hadoop follows horizontal scaling. So what is vertical scaling? What is horizontal scaling here? Vertical scaling. Vertical scaling. Yes, vertical scaling is a process. Of increasing. It's a process of increasing. It's a process of increasing capacity. Yes, increasing. Sorry, volume. Increasing volume of server. Volume of server. Yes, vertical scaling is a process of increasing volume of server. Next, what is horizontal scaling here? Yes, horizontal scaling is a process of adding servers. Adding servers rather than yes increasing volume here. Rather than increasing volume. Yes, in place of increasing volume here, just yes adding servers. So horizontal scaling is a process of adding servers rather than yes increasing volume of server. Increasing volume of server. This is so vertical scaling, horizontal scaling is like this. Okay, fine. Now this is about horizontal. Sorry, about vertical scaling traditional systems. Okay, right? Now, so this is a traditional system storage, traditional data storage, traditional systems. Next, data storage in Hadoop here. Data storage in Hadoop. Data storage in Hadoop. Let us say about Hadoop. Okay. Yes. 1 second. Yes, Hadoop mainly has 2 core modules. Hadoop mainly has 2 core modules. One is HDFS, another one is MapReduce. One is HDFS, another one MapReduce. Yes, Hadoop mainly has 2 core modules. One is HDFS, another one is MapReduce. One is HDFS, another one MapReduce. So what is HDFS? What is MapReduce? Let us see. See, HDFS means Hadoop distributed file system. Hadoop distributed file system. Hadoop distributed file system. Yes. MapReduce. Yes. MapReduce. Yes. MapReduce means mapper and reducer. Mapper and reducer. Okay. So here HDFS. It's a file system. HDFS is a file system. File system like a Linux file system, Windows file system. Yes, HDFS is a file system to store data. Okay, like a backend. So working like a backend is like a backend. HDFS is a file system. HDFS is a file system to store data like a backend here. Store data like a backend. So it's like a backend. Next, what is MapReduce? Yes, HDFS file system. So MapReduce are the Java programs. To process data. Java programs. MapReduce are the Java programs to process data. So MapReduce are the Java programs to process data like a front end. Front end is taking data from users and storing to database, right? Taking from database and present to users, right? Like that here. Like a front end. So HDFS like a backend, MapReduce like a front end. That's it here. So front end, backend like this. Okay. Yes. Backend, front end like this. So HDFS. Now let us have a discussion on HDFS. Storage. Our topic is storage. Yes, Hadoop using HDFS to store big data. So HDFS, yes, Hadoop framework, yes, using HDFS to store big data. Yes, big data storage. For big data storage, yes, using HDFS, Hadoop framework. Yes, Hadoop framework using HDFS to store big data. So what is HDFS? Now let us see. Yes, HDFS. Yes, Hadoop distributed file system. Hadoop distributed file system. Yes, now here HDFS Hadoop distributed file system. What is distributed file system? Okay, see traditional file systems versus Hadoop file system versus Hadoop HDFS. So first traditional file systems. What are the traditional file systems? Traditional file systems are Linux file system, Linux file system, Linux and Windows file system, Linux and Windows file system, Linux Windows file system, Linux and Windows file system, right? Yes, Linux and Windows file systems. Okay. Yes. Linux and Windows file system. See, Linux Windows file system. For example, Windows file system is the NTFS, right? Windows file system is a NTFS, means network technology file system is shareable. The file system is shareable. Yes, one file sharing to many number of users. Shareable, shared drive, right? Suppose if any file, yes, keeping inside the shared drive, that can be shareable, right? Yes, you can download, I can download. Yes, I can read, you can read, everyone can read because of NTFS. Windows file system is a NTFS. Yes, networking technology file system. Yes, old version of Windows is FAT32. Yes, old version of Windows. Old version of Windows. Old version of Windows is a FAT32. F8032 here. F8032, like Windows 95, next Windows 98. These file systems, very old systems. 95, 98. It's a FAT32. FAT means file allocation table. File allocation table. FAT means file allocation table. File allocation table 32. 32 means 30 bit. 30 bit. Correct? Yes, nowadays everything 64 bit OS. NTFS comes on 64 bit. Windows file system is NTFS. Networking technology file system means shareable. Here file can be shared in network. But in case of 95, you can't share. These will not, first of all, these won't support networking here. File cannot be shared here. Okay. So this is Windows file system. Next, when come to Linux file system here, yes, Linux file system. Linux file system. Linux file system is a ext2 old version. Next version is ext3. Next version is ext4. Now current version is ext4. A second extended, third extended, fourth extended. Okay. Yes, Linux file system is ext2, ext3, ext4 like this. Next, what is Hadoop file system here? They are traditional file systems, right? They are traditional file systems. These are traditional. Next, what is Hadoop file system here? Hadoop file system. Hadoop file system. Hadoop file system is a DFS. Yes, Hadoop file system is a distributed file system. Is a distributed file system. It's a distributed file system. DFS. Distributed file system. This is. So what is DFS? Distributed file system here. What is distributed file system? Let us see here. Distributed file system. Okay. What is distributed file system? Now question is here. What is DFS concept here? What is DFS? What is distributed file system? See, in DFS, in distributed file system, in DFS, a file split into multiple parts. Okay, a file is split into multiple parts. So 10 GB data may be splitting into 10 splits. 1 GB, 1 GB, 1 GB like this. Splitting into multiple parts. A file split into multiple parts. And storing on multiple computers, storing on multiple computers in a network. This is called a distributed file system. One file storing on multiple systems. Yes, in DFS, yes, one file storing into multiple computers here, storing into multiple computers. One file storing into multiple computers. Okay, multiple computers network here. One file storing into multiple computers. One file storing into, yes, multiple computers network here. Okay, yes, files split into multiple parts and storing into multiple computers network. Okay, DFS, one file storing into multiple computers network. That is DFS. That again. Next, in traditional systems here, in traditional file system, in traditional file systems like yes, Windows and Linux, one file storing into only one computer, not multiple computers here. One file, yes, in traditional file systems like Windows Linux here, one file storing into only one computer, not on multiple computers. Storing, yes, one file storing into only one system, only one computer, not multiple computers, only one computer, one file and only one computer. But in DFS, what happens here? One file splitting in multiple parts, storing in multiple computers network. That distributed data storage. One file splitting into multiple parts and storing in multiple computers. That is called distributed data storage. Correct? One file, only one computer. It's not distributed storage. Only one computer. Okay, Linux Windows file you can't split it. Linux Windows file you can't split. Okay, one file, only one computer. Next, one more. Database server. One table, only one computer. You can't break the table. In database servers, table cannot break. You can't break the table here. One table and only one computer, only one server, not on multiple servers. But when come to Hadoop, file you can divide into multiple parts. In Hadoop divides your file into multiple parts and distributing onto multiple nodes in the cluster, multiple computers in cluster. Hadoop network is called Hadoop cluster. Okay, so file splitting into multiple parts. Suppose 100 GB data, maybe splitting into 30 or 40 parts or 50 also. Okay, that file divides into multiple parts. So splitting into multiple parts, maybe 20 parts or 30 parts. Suppose 30 parts, dividing into 30 parts, then storing at 30 computers. One file storing at 30 computers. The storage becomes easy. Okay, that is DFS concept. Get the topic, we'll discuss practically. I'll show that. Okay, yes. So this is a Hadoop file system, and next Linux file system is like this. Okay, fine. Now here, how Hadoop will divide the file into multiple blocks and storing into multiple computers network. For this, we need to discuss about Hadoop architecture. Yes, Hadoop architecture. Yes, if you know the Hadoop architecture, then easy to understand that. Hadoop architecture we should discuss. Hadoop architecture. Okay. First we will discuss high level architecture, later low level. First we will see. Sorry. Yes, tomorrow we'll discuss about Hadoop architecture, high level architecture, low level architecture. After Hadoop setup, I'll explain. After Hadoop, once you started working with Hadoop here, then easy to understand low level architecture. Okay, then easy to understand low level architecture. Okay, yes, tomorrow we'll discuss about Hadoop architecture. Right? Yes, any doubts for today? Any doubts? Yes, all these recordings. Yes, all the recordings I'm taking here. Yes, I'll upload one recordings. Last three classes recordings available. Okay, I'm taking backup. Okay, yes, I'm taking backup. Yes, I'll share you once, yes, batch formed here, I'll share to all of you. Okay. Yes, 1 second. 1 second. One second. Yes, let me create WhatsApp group here. Today I'm creating WhatsApp group. Yes, I'm sharing my number. Please just share your details. I'll add to group. Yes, already group is there. Already world batch is going on. For them, some tools completed. Yes, they are coming to your parts. Okay. Yes, I'm clubbing this to you. Yes, there are 2 parts in Hadoop. So once your part comes here, they will join with you. Already they have complete tools part. They will be joining with you next. Okay. Yes, please share your number. Yes, my WhatsApp number. So this is WhatsApp number. Please share your details. I'll add to that group here. Yes, 8179 189 123. Yes, your number. Huh? Okay. Next, one more guy, 2 more guys. Can you share me your details? Just your number, please. I'll add to that group. Yes, next one more guy. Okay, easy. Yeah, that's all. Just to yes, I'll add to that group here. Any doubts, just you can ask me. Yes, Gopi, just you try. Yes, you tried in your computer.
Yeah, sir, I tried in my computer, still showing the same error, timestamp error. Even I switched off the firewall, still I am not able to install this one.
Okay. Yeah, let me
Hello?
check. Yeah, I understand. I'm listening you.
Okay.
Timestamp problem. Why timestamp problem? Maybe issue with your scripting issue in your system, I think. Yes, I'll update you how to solve it. Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I have your number. I'll update you. Right? Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Sir, can you connect to my computer through remote control like TeamViewer? So is it easily accessible?
Yes, sure, definitely. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Okay,
I'll
fine, fine.
connect. At the end of the day, I'll
Okay,
solve it. No. Okay.
okay, fine, sir.